Have you ever dreamed of a life completely different from your own? Maybe you live in the quiet countryside and long for the bright lights of the city. Or perhaps you're a city dweller who daydreams of peaceful green mountains. Well, today I want to share a story about a little girl who got to live her dream, but it wasn't quite what she expected. This is the story of 8-year-old Neya. She lived in a breathtakingly beautiful world, surrounded by emerald green slopes and majestic snow-capped peaks. Her family, her mum Rana, dad Nita, and her brother Rohit were hard-working gardeners. They tended to the vibrant, seasonal gardens that seemed to hug their cozy mountain home. Life was simple, filled with the quiet abundance that nature provides. But for Neya, this beautiful world felt like a golden cage. The peace everyone talked about just sounded like silence to her. The nature they praised just meant more chores. Day after day, she would gaze at the distant horizon and dream of the city. She imagined the electric buzz of crowded streets, the towering shopping malls that scraped the sky, the magical flicker of cinema screens, and the delicious scent of fancy cafes. Her heart ached for a life of excitement and speed, a life she was sure was waiting for her just beyond the mountains. One warm afternoon, while resting under the gentle noon sun, Neya drifted into a deep, deep sleep. And in her dream, a familiar figure appeared. It was her late grandmother, glowing with the soft, ethereal light of a fairy. Her grandmother's voice was like a gentle whisper on the wind. "I will grant you one wish, little one," she said, her eyes twinkling. Neya's heart leaped. This was her chance. Without a moment's hesitation, she pleaded, "Take me to the city. Please, take me to the city." Her grandmother sighed softly, a look of ancient wisdom in her eyes. "In the city, the air doesn't taste of pine, Neya," she warned gently. "You won't find your animal friends there or hear the rhythm of the trees. It is a place of speed, not of peace. Are you truly sure this is what you want?" But Neya's mind was made up. "I'm sure," she said, her voice filled with conviction. Very well, her grandmother agreed with a nod. "You have 6 hours, not a single minute more." And just like that, with a brilliant flash of light, Neya's world transformed. She was no longer under a tree in her garden. She was standing on a bustling city sidewalk. For the first 3 hours, it was pure magic. It was everything she had ever dreamed of, and more. She met up with her friends, and they went to a towering cinema, the screen larger than any mountain she'd ever seen. They ate shimmering, colorful desserts in a cafe lit by bright neon lights that painted their faces in dazzling hues. She got lost in the dizzying, endless aisles of a massive shopping mall, surrounded by more toys and clothes than she could ever imagine. This was it. This was the life she was meant to live. But then, as the 4th hour struck, the magic began to fade. The city started to feel different. First, it was the air. It felt heavy in her lungs and tasted of car exhaust and smoke. It was nothing like the sweet, clean mountain mist she was used to, the kind that always felt like a cool drink of water. Then it was the sound. The constant honking of cars, the shouting of strangers, and the never-ending hum of the crowd made her head throb. There was no quiet here, no peaceful space where she could just sit and think her own thoughts. And finally, it was the view. She looked around, searching for a familiar patch of green, a tree to sit under, or even a single bird to watch. But all she saw was grey concrete stretching in every direction, and crowds of rushing strangers who never seemed to smile or make eye contact. By the 6th hour, Neya felt utterly exhausted and strangely, deeply lonely. The city was full of things to buy, but it lacked the one thing she now craved the most, the space to simply breathe. Suddenly, a voice cut through the noise, pulling her back. "Neya, wake up. Lunch is ready." It was her brother, Rohit. Neya's eyes fluttered open. She saw the familiar, beautiful pattern of sunlight filtering through the vibrant green leaves of her family's garden. She took a long, deep breath of the crisp, clean mountain air, and it was the most wonderful feeling in the world. She joined her family at the table and told them all about her incredible 6-hour adventure in the city. They laughed gently, not in a mean way, but with the warmth and love she knew so well. Neya didn't mind. She looked out the window at the snowy peaks standing silent and strong against the blue sky. And in that moment, she realized that the fantasy life she had been chasing all this time was actually the beautiful, real life she was already living. From that day on, Neya didn't just live in her village. She truly cherished it. She saw the magic not in neon lights, but in the fireflies that danced at dusk. She found excitement not in crowded malls, but in discovering a new wildflower in the meadow. She learned that sometimes the greatest treasures are the ones we already have. Thanks so much for watching. I hope Neya's story gave you something to think about. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.